Mitch Marner gets into the act, joining Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, and Pavel Dorofeev as he scores 2 goals in the win over the Flames. VGK is cooking right now as they meet the undefeated Carolina Hurricanes tonight at the Fortress. A lot to unpack from the weekend, and we'll take a look at tonight's early season showdown coming up next on Locked On Golden Knights.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. Please subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. I'm a longtime sportscaster, marketing consultant, and the host of the Believe in Vegas podcast. Chris is the owner of Silver State Cards and Sports and the host of the Hockey News Collectibles show, starring the one and only Chris Golick. Ahead on today's show, it's Marner Monday, a preview of VGK versus Carolina later on, and our locks of the night. You can catch us now each day on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Of course, that is Cox Cable Channel 77, daily, 1 p.m. We are brought to you today by FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com. So, Chris, the numbers are absolutely ridiculous. We are going to need a calculator to add up all these VGK points, especially from its superstars right now. So you take a look. Jack Eichel, 15 points, 4 assists in that 6-2 defeat of the lowly Flames. Man, I don't know what we knew that team was going upside down. Is he the best player in the league right now? He came into camp, I think, with a much different focus, and he's setting himself apart from the rest of the field in the National Hockey League right now.
It's pretty remarkable here. I'm actually pulling up some awards right now. So Eichel to win the Hart is actually plus 800 on this young season.
Is
just
that
behind
the Carter Hart Award? That was
God.
bad. That was bad.
Right behind McKinnon, McDavid, and tied with Kaprizov right now. So we'll keep an eye on that, obviously, as time goes on. But yeah, Jack is elite right now. I mean, that's all you can say. He was elite last year and in the Stanley Cup year too, but he is going to a new level right now, and he is putting himself in that category with McDavid, with McKinnon, and the other elite centers of the NHL.
Mark Stone, first player in the league with 10 assists, and has an assist in 6 straight games. He now has 11 assists, and had that 4-point game against Calgary. 13 points. That has to be his best. It's got to be his best start ever. He has had 7 60-point seasons, including his career best of 67 points with the VGK, I think a couple of years ago. And Stone, the big concern now is his wrist. He left the game midway through the third period. We will know more this afternoon. How will this impact the lineup if he's out? And so is he clumsy? He ran into the corner boards, remember, last week, and then he pretty much clipped another skater's skate and fell down, and it looked like his left hand, the way that he braced himself and hit the ice, it's a major concern right now.
So starting with just some background about Stone, then we'll get to the lineup and things like that. Basically, since his arrival, he's been a point per game player, even a little bit better. And, it's hard to see sometimes because he's also such a great 200-foot player. You don't look at him as a scorer as much, but again, his stats certainly don't lie right now. And if there is any type of long-term injury, that would suck. If he's not the pregame skate today, you got a problem. It's that simple. We're talking a likely bone issue that, maybe along the lines of what Shea Theodore went through, or it was just simply precautionary. Golden Knights got a big lead. Stone goes out, stays down the tunnel, hits an early beer before he has to come before the game ends. No big deal right there. Looking at the daily faceoff, I can't help but to laugh here right now. Daily faceoff shows like the jersey numbers of each player and like their line and stuff like that. And Alex Holtz is wearing the black home uniform while the rest of the team is wearing their gold home uniform. So I thought that was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
You're
saying he's the black hole too. Like
there you go.
Puck, never gives it back.
So you asked what would happen if Mark Stone is out. I mean, I would probably path of least resistance, and you can go two ways here. First of all, I would rather leave the second line intact, leave the Hurdle Dorothy of Marner line alone right there, number one. So now you can either move up Riley Smith, or as unpopular as this sounds, you move up Brandon Saad, oddly enough.
Oh, your guy who he goes from the fourth line to the top line.
Listen,
He was on the fourth
Saad
line.
is just a guy. He's not pulling his weight on this team right now, and he'd probably be the first to tell you that. But Saad is experienced. Saad can handle first line minutes. And you know what? Putting him alongside Jack Eichel on his other wing just might help his season and kind of get him going and give him some juice. So that would be probably, I mean, Coach Cassidy, I don't think is going to call me. He hasn't called me yet, but if he does, I'm ready for the call. And I'm saying Brandon Saad at the top line.
Mitch Marner, the 2 goals in the Calgary victory on Marner Monday. We celebrate now up to 8 points in 6 games, and he's had points in the past 3 games. So Mitchie's starting to heat up. Watch out if he gets going, because that's lights out, really.
Yeah, I mean, silky mitts right on the second goal of the game, I believe, and opportunistic on the first goal. He does so much right out there, and I'm asked in a few different places what he looks like, and for me, it's the creativity that he brings to the team. And I was on the national NHL show that's actually up right now. You can catch with Gil Martin, and I described Mitch Marner as a really good NFL quarterback that has the ability to look off 3 or 4 receivers while still staying safe in the pocket and making a positive play. So my comparable when I say this is, yes, when you get across the blue line, the safe play is a chip and chase, go into the corner and let someone else go to work, and then start a cycle, whatever it is. Marner has the ability to gain the blue line, come to a complete stop, look at the corner, look in the slot, look across the point. He has that vision and puck protection to help others gain time, to help others buy time and find open ice. And if nothing's there, he'll chip it deep and go to work. But it's really fun watching how he operates in tight spaces.
Pavel Dorofeyev, yes, he's a good quarterback. He's not Geno Smith. And Pavel Dorofeyev, 7 points so far.
How the Raiders do yesterday? Tell me.
Oh my gosh.
The Raiders had more points than Justin Fields had passing yards 2 weeks ago.
Thank you. Dorofeyev, 7 points, 6 goals. It's in that Jets lineage. We can even mention Tomas Hurdle, and thank you so much, Bruce. Bruce Cassidy calls him Thomas there. I like that instead of Tomash and spitting.
It's his name. You're making fun of the dude's name.
Thomas. Man. He's Thomas. Points in the past 3 games for Thomas. And we've seen this in the past, okay, with VGK. They get out to the quick start, but is this scoring sustainable? I couldn't even clear my throat there.
No, and it's not sustainable for any team.
We have to use that word for the first time this season.
Listen, historically, the shooting is always better than the goaltending early in the season. And obviously things are clicking very well for the Golden Knights. So, of course, it's exponentially better right now. As time goes on, the goaltending will catch up for all teams, and you will see those goal totals start to slightly drop throughout the season. And again, doesn't mean the Golden Knights are playing any worse or anything like that. It's what is it? The pitchers are ahead of the base, ahead of the hitters early in the season, and then it kind of levels out.
Defense in football is always ahead of the offense, right? Typically early on, too.
Just don't use the Raiders as your basis of comparison.
No.
But yes.
Colton Sissons, before we go to break, I got to talk about this. Gets into the fight with the Flames, Ryan Lomberg. Lomberg won that fight, a few punches, much bigger, of course. And Lomberg called him out after that Sissons hit earlier in the week.
That's fine.
Thought it was dirty on Zane Perret. And then Jeremy Lauzon fights Adam Klapka after Klapka levels Zach Whitecloud. 0 for 2 in the fighting department for they can't fight. The lovers, they're not fighters.
He spent way too much training with Keegan Cole starting the offseason for fighting.
Yeah.
He did his best punching bag impression. He did a good job. 2 uppercuts in that fight.
The Carolina Hurricanes he's throwing the Colasar uppercut The Carolina
I think it was on
Hurricanes.
literally did like the slap thing in the chest. Like he literally
What
slapped
was
him in his
that?
chest.
I
You see
know.
that?
I
Okay.
did see that. That was
One
weak.
for the kidney.
The Carolina Hurricanes are a team that's undefeated at 5-0 to start the season. We preview tonight's game next, right here on Lockdown Golden Knights. Most people cannot name all their financial accounts or even where they're at or what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. And that's why there is Monarch Money. It's an all in one personal financial tool. It brings all of the finances together and it does it in one clean, easy to use interface on your laptop or your phone. No stinking spreadsheets. And that's a good way to start off our Monday. Monarch is built for people that have busy lives. So if you put off organizing your finances, definitely Monarch is for you. Does all the heavy lifting for you. You can link up all your accounts in a matter of minutes. You can see clear data visuals. You can get smart categorization of all of your spending. And finally, you can feel in control of all of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. So don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the promo code LOCKDOWNNHL at monarchmoney.com, and you can do that in your browser, and you'll receive half off of your first year. That's 50% off of your first year at monarchmoney.com. Use the promo code LOCKDOWNNHL. All my Paisano friends, you need to boycott the game tonight. Frank Sinatra with a hockey stick on a bobblehead just does not make sense. Does not. And I did tweet out to the homie Joe Green, and I told him I'd help him with the playlist. And then he said, "Okay, let it fly." And I lost all my interest in the game tonight. But if you're going and you get one of those prized bobbleheads, like I said, the Pink Panther can go somewhere else. I'll do the trade out. You could get the Pink Panther for a Sinatra bobblehead. I think that's fair. Fair? Okay. The Canes, let's talk about them. Defensively, just doing a job early on in the season. Only 11 goals given up in 5 games. They're off to that 5-0 start. And again, mostly due to good defense. Carolina comes off of a 4-3 overtime decision over the LA Kings. They did it in OT, and the Hurricanes blowing a 3-0 lead, but they salvaged the 2 points in overtime. Seth Jarvis is on fire. Jarvis, his 6th goal for the game winner. Jarvis with 3 points in 2 games over the weekend, and Jordan Stahl scored twice in the win. This is going to be, and Sebastian Aho's got points, I think, in every game this season. It's going to be a handful tonight at the Fortress.
Why is Andre? I'm on Daily Faceoff right now. Why is Andre Svechnikov listed on the 4th line? I got to dig into that a little bit more. But listen, looking at this roster, I mean, Aho centers Jarvis and Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers was someone quietly linked to Vegas for a little bit in the offseason, ends up going to Carolina, big jump there. Logan Stankoven, part of the big Mika Rantanen trade, centering the second line with youngster Jackson Blake and Taylor Hall, who just always going to be in the NHL until the year 2037, I think. You got Jordan Stahl with Martin Rook and William Carey. There you go, Tony. That was for you.
Thank you.
And then Kakaniemi between Eric Robinson and Svechnikov on the 4th line. But I don't know if Svechnikov is coming back from injury or if this is a boo-boo by Daily Faceoff, but that he's not a 4th line player. Defense, Keandre Miller, that's a familiar name for you, with Sean Walker, Alexander Nikishin, never even heard of him, and Gostisbehere, and then Jalen Chatfield, Mike Riley. I want to pay it. I'll be at the game tonight, and I don't know if Shattenfield is going to get the start, but the last time I saw the Golden Knights and Hurricanes play, Shattenfield was not on the ice for the anthem, but he was one of the starters, and then he came out right away. Again, I'm not imposing anything or saying anything, but I'm curious if this is a tradition or just a moment where he needed a few extra minutes to get ready for the game. So if the third D pairing gets the nod, then I'll know tonight's. It's daddy-daughter date night. Hurricanes are my daughter's second favorite team. This has been a staple for at least 6 or 7 years for me and Allie tonight, so I can't wait for that. And then I think we'll do Raising Cane's on the way too. Coach
And
Chekhov
is
is
she
on
gonna wear?
IR. I
Is
didn't
she
know
gonna
that.
wear the Whalers jersey or no? Does she have one of
If I
those?
had a Whalers jersey, I would. Actually, we were trying to find her. And she has a bunch of Hurricanes jerseys, but
Give her
she's
a
growing.
Whalers
So.
jersey. She'll love it. She'll love that. And if you see one of those bobbleheads, swipe it from one of the kiddos there. Okay. Um, Brandon Bussey in net, 2 games, 1.97 goals against, and a 911 save percentage. And as he beat the Kings on Saturday, tonight we'll see perhaps, I think most definitely, we'll see Frederick Anderson starting for the Canes. He's defeated Anaheim, Philadelphia, and the Devils. Average shots on goal in 3 games, just 23. Magic number for VGK. If they could put 30 on net tonight, I think they're the game winners. And it's a contract year for Anderson, and good goaltenders are pretty much a premium in the National Hockey League.
And average goaltenders are getting paid right now, so that tells you Freddie Anderson can get a nice payday if it works out. Hurricanes' general talk, I guess. Carolina is suffocating. Golden Knights are a transition team that is very opportunistic. We saw that on display on many of the goals against the Flames and many of the goals in the regular season thus far. I remember last year, this similar time, just random, weekday night against the Hurricanes. Golden Knights didn't look too good at home. So this is the intern said tough test is definitely is a tough test, not just because the Canes are playing well, but it's always been a tough shell, a tough egg to crack for the Golden Knights. So if the transition isn't there, if those 3-on-2s aren't there, and those quick exits and those quick breakouts aren't there, can the Golden Knights get a cycle going? Can they just resort to high to low, boring hockey and just take what the defense gives you, so to speak? Football reference, I guess. Just take what the defense gives you and see what comes. So we know the Golden Knights are fast. We know they have good puck possession. We know they have good puck protection. We know they can move up and down the ice fast. Can they find ways, like when LA used to be a little better defensive team, that blue line trap, that 90s Canadians blue line trap, so to speak? Do the Golden Knights have plan B and plan C ready to go? And I think they do. Will they execute it? Of course, we're going to find out in about 13 hours.
Yeah, it's going to be more difficult if there's no Mark Stone in the lineup tonight.
Yeah.
The offseason for the Canes, you mentioned, so they signed Nikolai Ehlers. Keandre Miller, love-hate relationship with him at the Rangers. Taylor Hall, 3-year free agency contract he signed. So he's around at least till, 2032. And they signed Mark Janikowski, acquired from the Predators. It's a pretty solid team. Fundamentally, they're always going to be sound. And then the entries need to be clean tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights. They really do.
For sure. And just back to Svechnikov here. I'm still trying to figure this out.
I got you. You're racking your brains.
72 games last year, 48 points, 20 goals, 19 goals the year before that, 23. So I'm not sure what's going on. He's 5 games, 0 points, and a -1. So it seems like Brindamore is sending a message to the 25-year-old, like, hey, bro, get it together, or you're going to be on there. I mean, Will Carrier is playing on a line above Svechnikov right now, and that is
as well. He should.
I mean,
another welcome back video for him.
Give him another welcome back. Why not give him another welcome back?
Give him another one. 3 points for the Canes, I think, this season so far. Hey, we did have our first Vegas Flu guilty game of the season.
Oh, God.
Boston, the Bruins, going at it the night before at Omnia. They were there on stage, dancing around. Great videos.
I wish we could have got that video before the game.
Yeah, exactly. We really would have went to the bank on that one. But now the Bees are in a tailspin. I think they've lost 3 straight. Games, but it's our annual PSA. Come to town, of course, focus on the biz. All they said was that they played a nice little card game. They didn't say afterwards they went dancing and raging at Omnia nightclub. So
is that your tag on your shirt? Are you taking that shirt back, Tony, afterwards, or is that like a design? Tony's going to take the shirt back. That's awesome. That's awesome. $3.99, right?
It's going back, man. I'm so you know how mad I am about this. I had to buy it for the show. Coming up next, locks, score predictions for tonight's game. Chris's game of chance, and much more on Locked On Golden Knights. It's all the fashion. It's a fashion statement right there. Like
Do the reading.
usually you're supposed to wear them on your hat, whatever. The NFL season is here. FanDuel has the offer that you don't want to miss. Right now, of course, if you bet against the Raiders, you win. No, they have a bye week next week, folks. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 back in bonus bets if you win, which is a great deal. And they pay you off immediately after you get that dub. So right now, pick a bet, put down $5. If that bet hits, then you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets. And you could use it anywhere across the app. And we definitely like that you get so many ways to play. You've got the same game parlays. You could have the player props, which are so much fun. And even you can follow the live lines during the course of a game and get into the game there. Whether you're a casual or that you love to dive into all the stats, FanDuel makes the game day experience so much better. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com, FanDuel.com. Download the FanDuel app today and get things started. Are there any more tags on me? Okay. We appreciate you making us your first listen every day. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget, we'd like to thank everyone, of course, at the Fox affiliate here in Vegas for carrying us on SSSEN daily at 1 p.m. Sometimes you find the show. Hey, they've got some old shows, the best of shows. You know what? I never like the best of shows, especially if it's a bad show. But okay, so they do carry that, whatever. But daily, 1 o'clock on SSSEN statewide here in Nevada, Cox Cable Channel 77. Big game tonight on Italian American Heritage Night. VGK versus Carolina. VGK plays tonight. Then, okay, you pointed this out yesterday on the X. So they play the game tonight. They travel to Florida to meet the Panthers on Saturday.
Oh God, the tan lines. No tan lines. No tan lines.
So South Beach Bruce, we got to revive that. South Beach Bruce. He'll have more time to work on his tan. Are they leaving tomorrow? Are they going tomorrow?
Sounds like a guilty game on Saturday coming.
Yeah, could be. I mean, wait till we see the tan for Bruce. He'll be like this. He'll be swaying with that tan.
He'll match your shirt.
I know that he is. It'd be great if he showed up wearing a tag on his shirt. That'd be funny.
Or an Italy shirt.
So VGK, a record 5-6-3 against Carolina. If VGK's defensemen, I think tonight, do not get into the scoring act, I think it could be a long night. Keys, of course, protecting the puck, so no turnovers. Stay out of the penalty box in this one. And Carolina, as my man Golick would say, plays a very responsible game. They play a responsible game. You say that, right? VGK's won the 3 straight on the season. The Canes have now won 5 straight to start the year. Hard to enter the zone. The Canes will clock things up. How do you see this game unfolding?
I mean, what you said right there. I mean, something's got to give, right? It does feel like it should be a low-scoring game. It does feel like that there's not going to be a lot of room out there. But when I do my locks and chance and everything, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there'll be some scoring. Vegas is minus 113 is a slight home favorite. Hurricanes minus 106. FanDuel's hanging 6.5 out there. Over plus 104, minus 128. So that's telling me that FanDuel doesn't really have a good lean. They're just gonna they're just booking the game, and whatever happens.
There's no way this game goes over tonight. No way.
I
don't think so. There's no way. There's no way.
Over. It's gonna go way over.
It's gonna fly over. Hey man, I think I'm still undefeated and the points leader on the year. That's the big shocker in the early going. No,
whatever you say, Tony. You're a leader by a point.
Okay, so
shout out really fast, Justin. Very nice meeting you. They're always nice when I see someone being very kind to Chris when they meet him and showing him some love. So thank you, Justin. Now there you go.
No, that's cool, and that's the guy that you took the photo with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually you like to buy them the $5.50 beer. There is none. There's no $5.50 beer, right? Did you buy them the $5.50 pretzel?
No.
Okay, you say you're going to buy folks a beer. What's going on there, Golick?
I said I did.
You always say you're going to do that.
Whatever, Tony.
So shut up, Tony. We haven't had one of those in a while.
I said
So
whatever.
I will go with Pavel Dorofeev on that long 1-game drought. I'm going to go with Dorofeev to score tonight. And I'll go with Keegan Colasar. It's that type of game, I think, tonight.
It's actually a good call. I like that.
So I'm going to go with Duro, and I'll go with Coley. And I'm going to go 3-2 Carolina. I'm going to go Carolina tonight. I just feel the clubs are pretty quiet on a Sunday night unless they went to excess, but I didn't see any photos floating around. We'll check the stream before you go to the window on this one.
All right, I got a few. I'm sorry. You good?
No, I mean, okay, so they're going to need the Carter Hart candidate, Jack Eichel. I had to get another mention of that stupid deal. And Mitchie Marner on Marner Monday. It's great that Marner's playing on a Monday because then we can celebrate Marner Monday. My bet is that Stone is out. I just have reason being I haven't seen any selfies yet this morning or yesterday at Sprouts with a fan. And then one other question here. I'm raging here.
You're going long.
Noah Hannafin, did he leave early for Florida already?
All right, a few things here.
Monday. Go ahead.
Real fast here. Couple props. Well, number one, my locks. We're going to go Eichel and Doro. I'm going with a 5-4 overtime Vegas winner. It doesn't make sense, which is why it makes sense. Two props that I do like in this game: Eichel 2 or greater points at plus 134, and overtime at plus 320. And then I have a super fun single game parlay for our chance. Check this out. Over 6.5 goals. Dorofeev goal.
Over.
Seth Jarvis goal. Jack Eichel 2+ points. And then here's the fun one. The game goes to overtime and Jack Eichel scores the game-winning goal. A $5 bet returns $1,700.
Why I'm just confused on the
overtime and Jack Eichel,
because you think everyone's gonna shred on the under, so you're taking the over.
Exactly. It just everyone I think thinks this game's going under. It's the weird Thursday night game where everyone thinks it's gonna be 37 points scored and all heck breaks loose.
Could be fun. I'm looking forward to this game tonight. Get me a ball.
He'll be good.
We appreciate everyone tuning in, especially our everydayers tuning in around the globe. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you haven't yet to Lockdown Golden Knights, the YouTube channel. From a man, Chris Golick, Tony Cardasco from Las Vegas. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on Lockdown Golden Knights. Please take care.